Now, right now, 4 astronauts are on the way to the International Space Station. Earlier this morning, SpaceX launched astronauts from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Always an amazing sight. Using recycled rocket and capsules, they've been really amazing and expected to reach the ISS tomorrow morning. The astronauts are from the United States, Japan, and France, and will spend the next 6 months in orbit. This is SpaceX's 3rd crew that it has launched for NASA under a year. And joining us now to talk more about these amazing launches, just so much fun to watch, Joey Roulette, space reporter at The Verge, and well, such an amazing thing to see with just the pictures. But what's the significance of this SpaceX launch here?
Yeah, definitely. This launch marks the 3rd crewed mission for SpaceX, but really the industry is kind of seeing this as a huge moment for the commercial space industry. In less than a year, actually, SpaceX has already launched 10 astronauts to space. And that rate of development, especially with Crew Dragon, has really shown that NASA's model of contracting companies like SpaceX to buy seats on a private capsule is kind of like a watershed moment that will kind of, I guess, kind of predict and kind of grow a commercial space industry around it. So it does generate a lot of excitement, and it kind of gives NASA back that edge of launching humans to space for a third time.
Well, it gets some of the geeky people like us really excited. I mean, I'm more than just a weather geek, but man, we love watching that. Yeah. But we always think of the launch itself being possibly a dangerous thing, but so far no incidents with crews on board. But we saw on your Twitter the crew warned about a piece of space debris that they could possibly encounter up there. What happened with that? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, everyone's okay. From what I know, the astronauts suited back up and got back in their seats. I think that was around the time they had just tried going to sleep. But that's kind of all we know right now so far. I'm going to check in with the 18th Space Control Squadron, see kind of what that debris was about. I don't think, no danger was really posed to the crew. And of course, Crew Dragon has its own little thrusters, and it was able to maneuver out of the way if it would be able to do that if it needed to. So all we know right now, at least, is that the astronauts are, of course, very fine. They should be sleeping right now. I think they'll wake up in about 45 minutes. But yeah, orbital debris is a pretty common these days, and it's a little scary. But luckily, no one was hurt or nothing was serious today.
That's where collision avoidance systems really come in handy, not just on your car, but on something like that. That's pretty amazing. So the crew is supposed to arrive at the ISS a little after 5 tomorrow morning. What will they be doing once they get there?
Yeah, so docking is 5:10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then they're going to do a few checks, and about 2 hours later, they'll actually arrive and enter the space station. There'll be a whole ceremony, but that really starts 6 months of science experiments, and it's just a whole new crew of astronauts that'll be on the ISS. I think there'll be 7 for the next several months, and really NASA's really excited about that because they can get a lot of science experiments done. There's a range from climate observations of the Earth and ranging from other things that, study human cells and researching diseases and things like that. So there's a whole range of scientific experiments that the ISS crew will now be able to do with these new, 4 astronauts. And they're all space veterans, by the way. I don't want to call them newbies here, but a lot more science on the space station will be able to get done because of them now.
All right, so exciting stuff happening even for the scientists after they get up there. This is where the real stuff happens, the real science happens.
Right.
So what's next for SpaceX after this?
Yeah, good question. So coming up in September, there is the first private all-civilian mission with a crew of 4 astronauts. One wealthy tech millionaire, Jarek Isaacman. He has arranged this competition where he donated the seats to 3 people. And now they're going to be flying up to not to the ISS. It's actually a free flyer mission, but it does mark SpaceX's first all-civilian mission, which is really a big test to see if this whole space tourism economy is really going to play out. And of course, SpaceX is competing with Virgin Galactic, and it'll be a pretty interesting moment, I think, to see some space tourists go up and hang out in orbit for a few days.
Oh, who do I have to bribe to get a ticket to that? Please tell me.
Right.
I'm sure you beat me to the punch, but Joey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Always awesome to talk about that sort of thing. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks so much.
I believe you, Gerard. You would do it.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yeah.
No fear, no concerns. Just
Rob, you
shoot me
can't
up.
get a better picture of weather except in outer
That's
space.
a good point.
So.
You think our space reporter there would have a seat on it?
Oh, you think
know?
he would? He'll beat me to it, but you wouldn't?
no. No, I would not. I'll be at the Barbados on the beach with a pina colada and
I'll wave
nachos
to
and
you
chill.
on the way up.
Yeah.
Waving from Mother Earth, yes.
Indeed. Teach his own. All right. Thanks, Gerard.